In this sponsored tutorial, we're taking a look at the Neve theme, which is a super lightweight, really fast theme with a lot of customization options and even some options that you'd pay for elsewhere. For example, the Pro add-on for the Elementor Booster gives you some options that you have to have Elementor Pro for, but the difference is it's built into Neve and you can use it in unlimited sites. And you can use it on unlimited sites when you have the Neve Pro edition. There's also the WooCommerce Booster that adds all kinds of functionality. There's custom layouts you can create. It's a very powerful theme. You can edit pretty much all of it inside the customizer, just point and click. You don't need to know any CSS code or anything like that. It's a great theme, so check out this tutorial. My name is Bjorn Allpass from WP Learning Lab. If you like this kind of video, make sure you subscribe and ring the bell, and also like this video and comment to get it to rank higher and get more traffic to it. And we're getting started right now. Neve theme is a popular theme because it's lightweight, it's fast, it doesn't constrain you into building a specific type of site, and it integrates very well with page builders, including, if we scroll down here, you'll see, here we see how fast it is. This is just the theme on its own on a plain vanilla WordPress site, and it is pretty fast. It does not cause a lot of drag on your website. And page builders it integrates with include Elementor, Brizy, Beaver Builder, Visual Composer, Site Origin, and DV Builder. And also there's a lot of options for Gutenberg as well if you don't want to use a page builder. And that's one of the reasons this theme is so popular. It's fast, integrates with page builders, and it doesn't make you build a certain type of site. You can build anything you want. To celebrate the launch of Neve 2.0, they reached out to me and said, we're giving away a bunch of free licenses. You should let your people know. And I posted that to the WP Learning Lab Facebook group. So if you're in that group, you probably saw it and maybe got your free copy. If you're not in that group, you missed out. So the next time that happens, you definitely want to be in the group. There's a link in the description down below to join the Facebook group. Make sure you do that. Another important feature of this theme is the site demos. This is what we're going to do in this video. We are going to import an Elementor demo. I'm going to show you how easy it is to start working on a website with the free version of Elementor and the free version of this theme. And these are the templates you can download. They're all customizable inside of Elementor. Now to get started, I have a plain Jane vanilla WordPress site installed with the 2019 theme. And if we go to the back end and then head into Appearance and then Themes, we're going to add new and look up Neve, N-E-V-E. This is what we want right over here. I'm going to click on Install and then Activate. Now we have our Neve theme installed right here. We have a new link down here called Neve Options. I'm going to click on there. I'm going to go to Sites Library and make sure I'm on the Elementor option, and I'm going to find a site to import. There's a bunch of different templates you can start with. I like this travel agency one, so I'm going to click on Preview so I can take a look at it. This is how it'll look when we import it. Looks really nice. I'm going to click on Import in the bottom right because I love it. Now it shows us some options for importing. We can choose what to import, what not to. We can import just the content, or just the customizer settings, or just the widgets. I choose to import all of it because I want the full page created. It's going to install Orbit Fox by Themile because it adds some other widgets you can use with Elementor, also a free plugin. And it's going to install the Elementor Builder because we need Elementor to be able to edit this page. So I'm going to click on Import to get started. All done. I can click on View Site right here because it automatically sets the imported page as the home page. And here we are. Here it is. Looks just like we saw in the preview. Some nice scrolling effects there. Looking very nice. And this is an Elementor page. Let's get to the very bottom. There we go, we're at the bottom. And we have the Edit with Elementor button right here because it's an Elementor page. I'm going to go ahead and click that. And this installed the free version of Elementor. So the header at the top with the menu system, that's done in the customizer. And you can do the footer in the customizer as well. And the main content in the page is all Elementor. This video is not about using the Elementor editor, so I'm not going to show you how all these widgets work. And you likely already know how they work. And if you don't, there's a lot of channels, including mine, that have lots of tutorials helping you with Elementor. This tutorial is about Neve, which is the theme that just imported this template for us really easily. And what's nice is it's not actually a template file. If you have Elementor Pro, you can export and import templates, and those are imported and exported as templates. This is imported as a page into your site. So there's a slight difference, a slight but important difference. So all these things are just regular Elementor widgets. There are a few widgets that are not regular Elementor though, and those are added, if I collapse these, they're added by Orbit Fox. That's that plugin that was also installed when we imported this template. And some of these widgets are these free OrbitFox add-ons. But we have a contact form here because of OrbitFox. And showing these blog posts here, there's not a really nice widget in Elementor for showing blog posts. There's some third-party plugins you can get that are nice. And this is one from OrbitFox. It's the post type grid. So ThemeIsle and Neve and OrbitFox work very, very well with Elementor. I'm going to exit out of here, exit the dashboard, and I'm going to show you that when I go to pages, we have our page right here. So it's not a template that was imported, it was a page that was imported, which I was saying earlier. Now, in case you're wondering what the customizer is and where to edit the header and the footer, if we go to Appearance and then Customize, Neve has a whole boatload of options. You can customize your site very thoroughly using these options here. And these options are site-wide. So any change you make here to the header, the background, the typography, the menus, that goes across your entire site. It does not affect the Elementor page. And that means any global changes you make here are not going to affect your Elementor design, but they're going to affect all other pages that are not Elementor. Most sites are a combination. You have Elementor to make things like your home page, your about page services, really flashy pages like that that have to make an impact. And then other pages like your blog posts can be easily created and they're much faster to load when you use Customizer and the options built into a theme like Neve, because there are a lot of layout options for the blog, single posts. So you can design great looking blog posts and blog areas just with the theme, and it ends up loading a lot faster because Elementor and all page builders are not known for their loading speed. And so if we hover over any area that we can edit in the Customizer, click on this little blue box, we can make changes as needed, and then we have a fully customized website, and this header is applied throughout the entire site. Again, I'm not going to go through the details on how to edit this specifically, but there's lots of tutorials on my channel and on the ThemeIsle channel that will help you customize the Neve theme and make it look exactly how you want it to. Now, if we exit out of here, under plugins, I have the Neve Pro add-on installed. It's not activated, so everything we saw up until now is using the free version of Neve, and now I'm going to activate the Pro add-on. The Pro add-on you can obtain from the website. Go to the very top, click on See Plans. That takes us back to the bottom, and then we can see what plans are available, what the prices are. There's annual prices and lifetime options, and here are the list of things that you get with each of them. And the higher the price point, the more features you get in the plugin. Rather than limiting you by the number of sites you can have, every one of these options, including the personal, can be used on an unlimited number of sites. It's just the customization options and additional add-ons that come with the Pro that will be limited based on the price point. So if we go back into the site here, then click on Activate on the Pro option, we can start using the Pro features right away. And one of the awesome features that was added is custom layouts. So if you have the free version of Elementor and the paid version of Neve, you can use this option to create customized headers and footers in Elementor instead of the WordPress customizer. If I click on Add New for the custom layout, we have an Edit with Elementor button. Click on there. I'm just going to add a section for the footer down here. Let's add a 3-column footer, and this is going to show you how I can replace the footer on the site or become the footer on the site. Using Elementor, even though this is an Elementor Pro option, we can kind of get around that by using the Neve Pro and the custom layouts option. So I'm just going to quickly call this my footer, give it a different color, I'm going to add a menu. I'll just add 2 menus. Quite often footers have multiple menus. And let's publish this. Now we're going to go back out to our custom layouts editor. And down at the bottom, before I do that, I'm just going to rename this to footer. And rename this to footer. Save that. At the bottom, we can define where these layouts appear that we create. The layout by default is not appearing anywhere. We have to select a spot. You can choose header. This will replace the navigation menu at the very top. You can choose footer. That's going to replace the footer at the bottom if you have one. In this case, we don't have a footer yet, so I'm using this to build the footer. And then we click on Update, and now this will be applied as our footer throughout the site. That's how easy it is. The Neve Pro add-on for the Neve theme also adds a couple Elementor widgets. So we go to Pages And then let's edit the home page again with Elementor. Let's collapse all the Elementor ones. And here we have our Neve Pro add-ons. We have a flip card, we have a review box, share buttons, and typed headline. You'll recognize some of these from the Pro version of Elementor, but we can add these to the free version using Neve Pro. So if we want to add a flip box, I'm just going to, let's see, I'm going to put one right here, flip box, right there. And that's what it is. This is a great example of what a flip box is. You hover over it and the content flips. You can set the foreground content and the background content by using these options here. You can customize it exactly like you do any other Elementor widgets. Super simple to customize. And we also have a review box. The review box I think is very powerful because even the Elementor Pro version does not have a review box that looks this nice. So here we put an image of whatever our product is. We add our pros and cons. Using these options here, we add our scores, and we have a great looking review box. And just by looking at it, it's not even customized yet, but this is a super pro review box. This looks way better than the Elementor star ratings for the Elementor Pro, and Elementor Pro doesn't have a review box. Neither does the free version. So this is a great add-on that's not available on either of them. And once you customize this for your product, this looks fantastic. Another option we have, share buttons. Social share buttons are in Elementor Pro as well. This just gives us a few more options, a few more designs, and so it has that ability for you. And we also have a typed headline, also an Elementor Pro option. This is pretty much the same as the Elementor Pro. The Elementor Pro also allows you to add dynamic data, I believe, to the animated headline, but this is pretty darn similar. And so you can have all these with the Elementor free version as long as you have the Neve Pro. And also keep in mind, if you build a lot of websites, Elementor is limited by the number of sites you install on. Neve Pro is not. So you can get the basic version of Neve Pro and have that on unlimited sites. Whereas the Elementor, the personal version, I believe, is for 3 sites. And those Elementor options are called the Elementor Booster, and that is available on the personal version right here. And if you want to have even more awesome features, you can upgrade to the business and add the WooCommerce Booster. Or if you upgrade to agency, you get the WooCommerce Booster and white label and better support for both of those. Priority support for the business, priority, and live chat support. And we're going to take a look at both of these options, the WooCommerce Booster and the white label. So first, let's go back into this site and exit out of this page. Let's go to plugins and then add new, and we're going to install WooCommerce because the WooCommerce options cannot be enabled until you have WooCommerce on the site. Luckily, WooCommerce is free. You can see it right here. I'm going to click on install now and then activate. I'm not going to go through setting up the entire thing because I have tutorials on the channel about that. There's a link in the description down below that takes you to a WooCommerce setup tutorial, so we don't have to spend time doing that here. I'm going to click on not right now, and now we have WooCommerce installed. WooCommerce adds a lot of notifications. I'm going to close all these, there's too many of them. So now if we go back into appearance and then Neve options and then Neve Pro add-on, we have the WooCommerce Booster here. It is now enabled. And what it does is add some special features into the customizer. There's an important thing to note though. Whenever you make changes with the WooCommerce Booster inside of Customizer, we have to reset our permalinks. I'm going to show you that right now. Let's go to Settings, go to Permalinks, then you can come in here, just go to the very bottom, click on Save Changes, and that will update your permalinks. So whenever you make changes to the WooCommerce Booster options inside of the customizer, we have to reset these permalinks. Before we get too far into the WooCommerce Booster options, I'm going to first create some WooCommerce products. There's a link in the description down below that shows you how to create them. That's not the point of this tutorial, so I'm not going to show you in this one, but I'm going to create some, and then we're going to be able to manipulate those products and how they're displayed on the front end and how they work on the front end using the Neve Pro WooCommerce Booster options. So I'm just going to pause this video and create some WooCommerce products. I'll be right back. The products are done. We have these 6 t-shirts, various prices, some are on sale, some not on sale, some are in stock, some are not in stock, some are on back order, and we have some nice pictures. So really all they are is just a title, just a name, picture, and a price, and an availability, and that's it. Now inside the customizer is where Neve allows us to really customize the appearance of these shirts or whatever product it is you're selling. Now if we go into appearance and customize, we have some WooCommerce options. Don't be confused by this one. This ships with the free version of the theme. So these WooCommerce options here are not the ones that are added with the booster. The booster ones are under layout. Go in here, we have these new options, one called shop, single product cart page, and checkout page. Those are the 4 areas we can customize using the booster. So we click on the specials button right here. It'll take us to our shop, and this is how the shirts look inside of our shop. And we can customize the appearance of this area by going into the shop menu. And we can customize the number of products per row. In this case, I have 6, so it makes sense for me to have 3 per row just to make them line up better and have them larger, nicer to look at. We can change the number of products per page. If I were to reduce this down to 3, we would now have pagination at the bottom. But I think 12 is a pretty good number, especially for shirts. For the pagination, you can have it number or infinite scroll. If we have this as 3, and we have this as infinite scroll, as we scroll down, which we don't have to because it's all on one page, but if we were to scroll down, it would load each successive page 3 at a time with the infinite scroll. Let's put this back to 12. We can have products filtering on or off. That's what adds this little drop down right here, where we can filter by various things. And mine are all in different prices, so I'm going to filter mine by price point low to high. So it puts the lowest price option at the top, and this is sale prices. If this was going by the real price, not the sale price, this $17 one should be down here after the Groot shirt. But it goes by whatever the price is right now. So the sale price is what it sorts by. We can add a layout toggle by clicking here. Adds this little button, allows us to have this grid layout or a list. A list may make more sense if you have larger descriptions that show up here. In my case, I don't have any because the shirts kind of explain themselves. You don't need a big description for a shirt. People read us on a shirt and then decide if they want to buy that shirt or not. For the product card, which is, this is an individual product card here where the shirt is, the shirt, the image, the title, the price, and the description if it's there. We can change the layout if we want to. We can add a box shadow so we have a clear representation of where the card is, like so. I'm going to turn that off. I like mine to be all white. We can add an add to cart button right to the shop page. There's our add to cart button. If you don't do this way, you have to click into the product to get the add to cart button. You can also have it on hover, which is this option here. When you hover over the image, it shows add to cart. I don't like that option because it's not apparent that there is an add to cart button here, so I put mine below. But what I do like is the quick view down below here. Now if we hover over the image, we have a quick view. And I think that makes more sense because people will hover over the image to see the product, and the quick view allows them to just have a quicker view, which is a little pop-up like this with more information in a larger picture, rather than going into the product itself. So you could do a quick view and say, oh, I like this, click on add to cart to add it to your cart. You can also have quick view show up from the bottom of the image. I prefer it in the middle. And if you do want to, you can combine these. So if we have add to cart on hover, we can have both of them on hover, quick view and add to cart. So you can combine these options however you want them. The wish list item or the wish list heart you can add at the top or at the bottom. I'm going to put mine at the top. I'm going to collapse the card product, the card image, which is the image of the shirt. You can force them all to be the same height. Not much of an issue in this case because they are all the same height, but you can make them all 120 pixels like this. Doesn't look great because it cuts them off, but that might be a setting you need for your store. You can change the image style, which is what happens when you hover over it. See, it zooms in a little bit. So you can change that style. The card content is the ordering of the content below the card. So we always have the image at the top. If we wanted to move the title to, say, the bottom for some reason, we can just drag and drop the title, and now it'll be down below the price. If reviews are enabled on these listings, then they would show up here as well. We can drag and drop them however we want to. We can turn things on and off. We can add a short description. I don't have one set for these products, so it's not going to show. There is a category though, so if I turn that on, we have the category of t-shirt, which is accurate. But I want the category to be the first thing, so I'm going to put that down below the price. That's a nice little setup there. We can change the alignment. Right now it's aligned left. You can have center or right. I prefer left. The sale tag is this little sale tag up here. The sale tag is currently overlaying on the image. Doesn't look like it because of the white space on the image itself. But if you had an image that was the full area of this card, you'd see this is overlaid. You can have it stand off a little bit as well using this option. In the area that goes dark when I hover, that's the area of the image, so it's sticking out of the side a little bit. You can have it on the left or the right. If you have a wish list on the right, then the sale tag is going to overlap it, so you don't want that. You can add a border radius, so you can have an oval-shaped sale button. You can change the text. So this could be let's say flash sale. There. So we can have this as a flash sale. You can change that text as you want it. You can also change the color. So maybe red stands out more, which it usually does, but we have our add to cart button being that color. So maybe we'll go back to the green we had. That's not a bad green for that. And those are the options we have for the shop page using the options inside the Neve Customizer, the WooCommerce Booster. We also have options for the single product page. So if we click into any one of these, not quick view, but click on the image, we load the product page, which we see here. Out of the box, it's a nice clean product page, but we can also customize it further by clicking on single product. We can reorder things like we did before. The elements that we're reordering are the ones on the right hand side over here. So if we wanted to have the title at the bottom again, we can move it right to the bottom. Don't know why you'd want that, but it's possible. Let's drag and drop and move things around. Put the title back to the top again. We can change the gallery layout. This is for products that have multiple images. Not going to be much of a change because I only have one image here. But if we had multiple, it would show the image thumbnails either on the bottom for this one or the left vertically for this one. You can enable a thumbnail slider for the gallery if you want. You can enable the zoom effect or disable it. When you hover over an image, it zooms in. I quite like that effect, especially if you're selling products that have details, like maybe remote control cars or something else, something that has fine details. This is a very nice feature. The breadcrumbs are these up here. These are good for search engines. So search engines can better identify the navigation and the structure of your site. So breadcrumbs are good for SEO. If you don't want them for whatever reason, you can uncheck this and the breadcrumbs go away. I'm going to keep mine on for the SEO benefits. We can also show product tabs, which is these tabs right here, description and reviews. We have no reviews yet, but we can turn those tabs off and now they're gone. I'm going to keep those on. The related products are shown down here. By default, there are 4. You can set this to just 2 if you wanted. I just have 2, but 4 fits quite nicely across the width of the area down there. We can even not show this area and just turn it off. Then those are gone. We can show upsell products. I currently don't have any upsell products set, but if I did, we can show them or not show them using this option right here. You can choose the option to show related viewed products, which are ones that the person has viewed previously. If they haven't viewed any, it just shows a random assortment of related products. But if they have viewed some, it will show the ones they viewed here. And we also have the ability to show exclusive products. I only have one category, so I'm just going to set this to t-shirt. I'm going to call this exclusive. And maybe this could be, let's say this is the flash sale area. And you could have a category for the flash sale, and then all the flash sale products will appear down here. So you can have that on or off. If we set this to none, then it turns off. Those are all the options we have for the single page. And if you ever used the WooCommerce integrations in other themes like Astra or Ocean WP, you'll realize really quickly that the Neve options in the WooCommerce Booster are very comparable, and some might even say better. Just depends on how you want to set up your store, but they're definitely well thought out and very useful. The cart page settings we can't preview in the customizer itself, so we have to open a page on the main site. I'm just going to publish my work to make sure I don't lose any of it, and I'm going to open the website in a new tab. Let's go to the shop area. Now if I click on add to cart, it's replaced by this nice view cart button. Click on there and we can view our cart. So this is our cart currently, and this is everything we've added to the cart. And there's a quantity of 3 because I clicked it more than one time. We can change that to 1 and then click on update cart. Now it's down to just 1. We can apply a coupon if you have a coupon. Either way, we're on this page to see how we can customize it. So if we go into here and then go to cart page, we can change the layout. So the layout right now is the product information at the top and then details down below. So we have our product information here. If you have multiple products, they'll be listed here. Let's just add another one to see how that looks. So add I'm Groot. Now we have 2 products in here. So they're listed vertically and then our totals are down below. We can change that to have the totals on the right. Click on publish, refresh this page. Now our totals are on the right hand side. It's very nice. We can change the style. Let's click on publish and then refresh. We add a background color so the content stands out a little more. I'm going to change mine back to here. We also have the option here to show upsells on the cart page. If you do have upsells set up if a specific product's added and there's a product that's an upsell to that product. Like say the bike rider shirt here has an upsell that's a water bottle with some kind of silly phrase on it. That could be an upsell, and that would appear on this page. They can just click on it and it's added right to their cart right on this page. Super simple. And then that's what the upsells do. For the last WooCommerce Booster, we have the checkout page and the options that we see here. To go to the checkout page, just click on Proceed to Checkout, and here is our checkout page. Pretty basic, fill in a lot of details, financial information on the right-hand side. We can have the style change, like we saw just a moment ago, with kind of a light gray background, make everything stand out a bit more. I'll change mine back. You can enable a fixed order box. Let's publish this, refresh, and we have our fixed order box here, and the place orders down below. So as we scroll, this order box follows us down. So as they're filling things out, because they filled the form out top to bottom, they'll come to the bottom, be able to place the order, and the information follows them. If it's the way it was before, then they need to come back to the top. So they fill out the form on the left with all the details, then they have to come back up to the top and go through this part. So it's a little more convenient to have the fixed order box floating down. We also have the distraction-free checkout option. So if we have multiple things happening on the checkout page, it will remove those, so the only focus of that page is checking out. We can show the order note or not. The note is down at the bottom here. Say for example, if you need to know the person's favorite color to fulfill their order, they can fill that information in down here or give special instructions for whatever they think is necessary. So that's the order note option here. You can show coupon or not. So right now we have coupons at the top. Have a coupon, you can enter it here. If we turn that off and publish, then we no longer can enter coupons. And if you recall, we can also enter coupons on the Add to Cart page. So you can have it in both places. You can use the labels as placeholders, which reduces the form size a bit. The labels are the words above the form fields. So by default, we have first name, last name, company name, country, all above the fields. If we make those placeholders, they go inside the fields, and you'll notice the form is now all on one page. It's much smaller now that the labels are inside of the fields. So that may be something you want to do. And those are the major additions with the WooCommerce Booster inside the Neve Pro add-on. I think they're pretty valuable, very important stuff. Now, there's one more important thing with the Neve Pro add-on. If we exit out of here, we have the ability to white label our website. So if we go back into Appearance, Neve Options, Neve Pro add-on, find the white label option, which is right here, make sure it's turned on, and then click on Settings. And now we can enter our own branding. So let's say our agency author is Bjorn. My URL is bjornalpas.com. We can add our theme name. Let's call this Bjorn's theme. The description will be Bjorn's theme description. I don't have a URL for a screenshot, so we're just not going to have that. Let's call this one Bjorn's plugin. Enable white label. Click on Save Changes. It's now called Bjorn's theme. And this image, this thumbnail image, would be replaced if we added a URL for that, which we didn't. And under plugins, the Neve Pro add-on is now called Bjorn's plugin. And Bjorn's description, this one's the Neve Pro add-on right here. And that's how we can white label the theme and the plugin so that if you have clients, they will think it's you. At the end of the day, you set it up. You didn't create it, but you set it all up, made it all work for them. So I think it's okay to white label things, and definitely you can charge a little more when you white label it. But those options are available with the Pro add-on, and the agency edition of the Pro add-on white label is right here. And again, like we saw throughout this video, there's a lot of options added with these boosters. First boosters we saw, the Elementor Booster, the custom layouts, those come with the personal plan. In the business plan, we also get the WooCommerce Booster plus priority support. And then the agency plan, we get WooCommerce Booster, white label, priority support, and live chat. So if you're looking for a solid, fast theme, Neve is definitely a great option. There's a link to this page in the description down below, so make sure you check that out. So that's how the Neve theme works with its Pro add-ons. I hope this video helps you. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to click subscribe and ring the bell. Then leave a comment down below asking any questions you may have, or just to say hi and like this video on your way out. Next up, this video up here, which shows you how you can speed up websites even more. Neve is already fast, but how can you make Neve even faster? That's this video up here. And down here is the video that YouTube thinks you should watch. And until next time, my name is Bjorn Allpass, WP Learning Lab. Keep crushing it, and I will see you in the next video.